Hey Cowboys Nation! If you don't want to miss any first-hand news from America's team, subscribe to the channel now, as we are always attentive to the latest news from the Dallas Cowboys, and here you will always be in the know with the Dallas Cowboys could sign their division rivals' top wide receiver. As proposed by Bleacher Report's Christopher Knox, the Cowboys should look into signing New York Giants wide receiver Richie James. James has been the Giants' most consistent receiver this season, leading New York in receptions, 57, and touchdowns, 4. Knox explains that James's bargain market value and his familiarity with the NFC East are reasons why Dallas should poach the 27-year-old receiver. James has also provided a stellar 119.6 passer rating when targeted in 2022, says Knox. He's become arguably New York's most reliable and consistent pass catcher, and he'd be a tremendous second or third target for the Cowboys. His experience against Philadelphia Eagles and Washington Commanders defenses would also be valuable. Dallas is projected to have just $6.5 million in cap space available. James, who signed a one-year, $1.1 million deal with New York, is one of the few quality receivers Dallas could likely fit within its budget. Sign up and leave your like, and I'll update you with news from Cowboys at any time. James has emerged as surprise signing for Giants. James signed a deal worth a little over $1 million with the Giants in the offseason after spending the first 3 seasons of his career with the San Francisco 49ers. The former 7th-round draft pick caught just 38 passes for 689 yards and 3 touchdowns across 3 years with San Francisco. The Cowboys have had wide receiver depth issues all season long, prompting them to sign 33-year-old veteran receiver T.Y. Hilton in December. Prior to signing Hilton, Dallas had been involved in talks with 3-time Pro Bowl receiver Odell Beckham Jr. As noted by Knox, James's receiving yardage total, 569 yards, would make him the second leading receiver on the Cowboys behind CeeDee Lamb. Considering the Cowboys have already moved on from James Washington and with it being unclear if Hilton will be back in 2023, Dallas could look towards a legit secondary option in James. The 27-year-old receiver has produced a 71.6 offensive grade this season, according to Pro Football Focus. By comparison, Lamb is the only Cowboys receiver to have produced a higher offensive grade than James. Dallas' current number 2 and number 3 receivers, Michael Gallup and Noah Brown, have produced a 64.3 offensive grade and a 59.9 offensive grade, ranking 81st and 100th among all receivers. Not only has James outperformed all of the Cowboys' secondary receivers this season, he's carved out a role as a slot receiver, lining up on 84.5% of his offensive snaps in the slot this season. James would be cheap signing for Cowboys. It's clear that James has produced despite playing on a run-dominant offense with a quarterback, Daniel Jones, who isn't a top player at his position. But the most appealing idea of signing James is the fact that he would likely come at a cheap rate. According to Over the Cap, his contract valuation based upon this season's performance is $4 million. Considering the Cowboys will have to worry about re-signing running back Tony Pollard while restructuring Ezekiel Elliott's $15 million cap hit for the 2023 season, Dallas could look for budget options to bolster their wide receiver depth. Signing James, who has been a pleasant surprise for the Giants this season, could emerge as one of the best under-the-radar signings this offseason. Hey Cowboys fan, in your opinion, Richie James would be a good signing for the Cowboys or not? What's your opinion? Put it in the comments because it's very important for the Dallas Cowboys. Stay tuned because at any time I update you on the latest Cowboys news.